This video is brought to you by Power Performance Products, where you can get $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
Spencer Lazar here at Team Quest alongside legendary fighter Dan Henderson. You got the biggest, would you consider this the biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, I don't know, hard to say. It's definitely up there, one of the big ones for sure. It's a fight that I want to make sure I do everything I can to make sure I win.
Yeah, I mean, you proved so much over so many years, so many good big fights, but it seems like a win here would just really vault you into untouchable status, I would say.
I don't know if anybody's untouchable. I mean, I've done my share of losing over the years as well, but you know, I feel like this is a fight I definitely can win, and we'll stop at nothing to make sure I do win.
Do you listen, you said you're not on the internet much, do you listen to any of the hype? And a lot of people are picking Jon Jones to win and don't give you much of a chance. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't surprise me so much, but you know, I'm okay with that. I kind of like being the underdog and tend to fight a little bit better sometimes when I have that challenge in front of me. He's
very lanky and long, and you're used to fighting bigger guys. What are you doing to combat, you know, his length? Obviously, you brought in Ciryl to help you.
Yeah, Cyryl's here, you know, a little bit longer, like Jon Jones, you know, and he's trying to, you know, imitate Jones's style a little bit. But, you know, the biggest thing is just making sure I'm offensive as well and not just sitting there waiting to get picked at from the outside.
Do you think the Machida fight kind of showed that when pressured, Jon doesn't do well against the pressure?
Yeah, I don't know if necessarily that fight. I think in general, when you're offensive and really aggressive, there's less chance for the other guy to do stuff. So, you know, I definitely plan on being offensive with him.
He has good clinch, just as you do, tall and likes the high clinch, kind of a Greco clinch like yourself. Do you like that? Does that make you feel comfortable, kind of right at home?
Yeah, that's where I like to fight a lot of times as well. I'm very comfortable there, and you know, if we end up there, I'm sure I won't be panicking like most of his opponents.
You said you were going to try to win rounds, I read recently. You weren't necessarily going in there trying to land the H-bomb. So talk about that.
Well, I'm always going in there trying to land it, but I'm not relying on knocking anybody out ever. I just, you know, always want to make sure I'm solid and winning each round along the way, and you know, if I can knock him out, that's even prettier.
Yeah. Ciryl said that I've been training 20 years. I never felt like I had to vomit after I was punched. Today he said after you hit him, got him in the eye there too, good, he felt like vomiting.
Yeah, that was kind of a fluke deal. Just kind of got him a little bit out of an odd angle with my glove in his eye. So, you know, he's done his share of punching me as well, though.
How's the conditioning coming? I mean, what's left in the last month here? What's kind of your regimen look like?
Just, you know, just picking it up one more notch for the next probably 3 weeks, and then taper off a little bit. I'm feeling good. Conditioning's right on track, so I feel good.
We were just talked about Dana White saying kind of, and some other reports coming out that Shogun and Vera, the winner, will be the next guy in line for a title. Does that surprise you?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm just focused on what's in front of me, and beyond that, it doesn't really matter right now.
Well, you've got a bunch of other guys with fights. Tarek Saffiedine's got a big fight, welterweight fight down there in Strikeforce in San Diego. Will you make it down since it's not too far of a drive, even though you're in camp? Yeah,
I'll be down there helping him get ready and you know, watching him and supporting him, making sure that he goes out there and performs. So, you know, he's got a tough opponent, but you know, I think it's a fight he definitely could win.
How strong do you think Jon will be in terms of the strength of guys that you fought before? Do you think he'll be strong?
You know, I don't know. I couldn't imagine him being stronger than some of the guys I fought, but I don't really notice that as much as you know, positioning it's more about positioning and making sure that you know, you're in the right place at the right time, and you know, he tends to be a little awkward and performs well with his style. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting chess match for sure.
But you do probably feel like his power of his punches certainly is not anywhere near the guys you fought.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that concerns me as much as against other opponents is punching power. You know, his elbows, I think, have a little bit more to them, but you know, I plan on pressuring him and getting in tight and making sure that I'm making him fight me.
Yeah, Rampage talked about those the little leg kicks he throws at the knees there. Does that bother you at all? Does that worry you at all?
It's just something to be aware of, and you know, it's not something to focus on, but it's, you know, something to be aware of, that you don't want to just get caught flat-footed and, you know, buckle your knee a little bit. Yeah, I've never really liked watching people do that, and, you know, I don't know, but they are effective in their way, but you know, it's all right.
Okay.
Throw them at me.
All right, well, we're very excited to see this fight. One of the best fights of the year. Dan Henderson taking on Jon Jones for the UFC light heavyweight title September 1st, UFC 151.
This video has been brought to you by ProBoxingSupplies.com, where you can get 25% off your purchase now.